The northern white rhinoceros, once a majestic sight across Africa, now teeters on the precipice of extinction. Only two remain on our entire planet, both females. Their very existence is a poignant reminder of the fragility of life and the devastating impact of human actions. The fate of an entire subspecies rests on their elderly shoulders. These two survivors, mother and daughter, live out their days in a sanctuary in Kenya. They are the last of their kind, a somber testament to the devastating consequences of our disregard for the natural world. Their story is one of loss, but also a call to action, a plea for us to protect the precious biodiversity that remains. We have a responsibility to these creatures, to ensure their survival and to learn from the mistakes that have brought them to this brink. The time to act is now, before it's too late. Let us not allow their story to become just another tragic chapter in the annals of extinction. These extraordinary creatures are not alone. A dedicated team works tirelessly, providing round-the-clock care and protection. The threat of poaching looms large. Armed guards patrol the perimeter. These rhinos are symbols of hope, and their safety is paramount. Scientists work on assisted reproductive techniques, but the challenges are immense. The future remains uncertain, a stark reminder of the urgent need for conservation. The Old Payeta Conservancy in Kenya is home to the last two northern white rhinos. They roam in a vast, heavily protected enclosure. Grazing on open plains, they live in a semblance of freedom. The Conservancy is a beacon of hope where wildlife thrives. It reminds us of the fragile balance between humans and nature. Once vast herds of northern white rhinos roamed the savannas of Central Africa. They were a symbol of power and resilience, their massive bodies moving gracefully across the grasslands. Their distinctive flat upper lip, perfectly adapted for grazing, was a testament to their evolutionary journey. They were social animals, living in herds dominated by a matriarch. Their days were spent grazing, their massive horns a deterrent to predators. They played a vital role in their ecosystem, maintaining the delicate balance of nature. Their calls, a series of snorts and grunts, once echoed across the savannah. Their presence shaped the landscape, their grazing habits influencing the growth of vegetation. They were an integral part of a complex web of life, but today the silence of their absence is deafening. The grasslands where they once roamed are eerily quiet. Their story is a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of all living things and the devastating impact of our actions on the natural world. The decline of the northern white rhino is a tragic tale of human greed and indifference. Rampant poaching, driven by the insatiable demand for their horns, decimated their populations. Their horns, believed to have medicinal properties in some cultures, fetched exorbitant prices on the black market. But the threat extends beyond poaching. Habitat loss, driven by human expansion and agriculture, played a significant role in their demise. As forests were cleared and grasslands converted to farmland, the rhinos lost their homes, their food sources, and their future. Pollution too has taken its toll. Industrial waste and agricultural runoff contaminate their water sources, poisoning the very environment they need to survive. Climate change, with its unpredictable weather patterns and droughts, further exacerbates their plight. The story of the northern white rhino is a microcosm of the challenges facing countless other species around the world. It is a stark reminder that the fate of wildlife is inextricably linked to our own actions. In the face of adversity, there is hope. Scientists are working tirelessly on technologies to save the northern white rhino. Advanced reproductive techniques could revive the species. Frozen sperm samples hold genetic potential. Surrogate mothers may carry northern white rhino calves. These procedures are complex and challenging. The dedication of scientists and conservationists is unwavering. They believe extinction is not inevitable. The fight to save the northern white rhino is a testament to human ingenuity. The responsibility for the survival of the last 2 northern white rhinos rests on the shoulders of a dedicated team of individuals. Park rangers, conservationists, veterinarians and scientists work tirelessly day and night to protect these magnificent creatures and preserve their legacy. The rangers are the first line of defense against poachers. They patrol the Conservancy's boundaries, risking their lives to ensure the safety of the rhinos. They are trained to track, apprehend, and deter those who seek to harm these endangered animals. Veterinarians provide round-the-clock care, monitoring the health of the rhinos and administering medication when needed. They conduct regular checkups, ensuring that the rhinos receive the best possible care in their twilight years. Conservationists work tirelessly to protect the rhino's habitat, restoring degraded areas and implementing measures to prevent future damage. They are the stewards of the land, ensuring that it remains a safe haven for all wildlife. The plight of the northern white rhino is a stark reminder that we are all connected to the natural world. Their story highlights the interconnectedness of all living things and the profound impact that our actions have on the planet. Conservation is not just the responsibility of scientists and conservationists. It is a shared responsibility that falls upon each and every one of us. We all have a role to play in protecting our planet's biodiversity and ensuring a healthy future for generations to come. We can start by making conscious choices in our daily lives. Supporting sustainable products, reducing our carbon footprint, and advocating for responsible wildlife management are just a few ways we can make a difference. Education is also crucial. By learning about the plight of endangered species and the threats they face, we can raise awareness and inspire others to take action. Together, we can create a global movement for conservation. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by the scale of the challenges facing our planet, but it's important to remember that every action, no matter how small, can make a difference. Even the smallest steps can have a ripple effect, inspiring others to join the movement for conservation. Supporting organizations that are working to protect endangered species is one way to make a difference. Donating to conservation efforts, volunteering our time, or simply spreading awareness can have a significant impact. We can also make changes in our own lives to reduce our impact on the planet. Choosing sustainable products, reducing our consumption of single-use plastics, and conserving water and energy are just a few examples. By making conscious choices and advocating for change, we can create a more sustainable future for all living things. The fate of the northern white rhino and countless other species rests in our hands. A call to action. Imagine a world without the thunder of elephant footsteps, the roar of lions, or the graceful stride of a rhinoceros. It's a bleak picture, but one that is becoming increasingly likely unless we take immediate action. The extinction of the northern white rhino is a stark reminder of what's at stake. We're at a crossroads. The choices we make today will determine the fate of our planet and the countless species that call it home. We can choose to continue down a path of destruction, driven by greed and short-term gain. Or we can choose a different path, one that prioritizes conservation, sustainability, and the well-being of all living things. The time for complacency is over. We must act now with urgency and determination to protect our planet's biodiversity. The legacy we leave behind will be judged by future generations. Let us strive to leave a legacy of respect, responsibility, and hope for a future where both humanity and nature can thrive.